Greetings, chess friends. Little new setup here. Let me know what you think. Love to hear from you. Any feedback is appreciated, of course. Today, talking about an important chess tactic. One that if you land, you're often just plain winning. Game over. And that is our discovery attack. And that is essentially, for those that aren't aware of this, moving one piece. We're moving the king in this case. And you are uncovering another. We call it discovery attack, but essentially you're uncovering one piece and threatening another. The king attacks the rook. Whenever the black king moves out of check, then king takes b2, game over. Let's see an opening trap, which you should definitely be aware of, whether you play e4 or the French, or just in general, a good common trap to know here. And those maybe a little more acclimated or French players might know where I'm going with this. Advanced variation, c3, making the pawn chain the best move here. Knight c6, knight f3, queen b6, and bishop d3. A little bit of a sneaky move here, bishop d3. Essentially setting this trap, which most players don't fall for. If you've played the French, you should be very aware of this. And I'm talking about knight takes d4. Basically, what's happening here is the queen is staring at this as well. And that's where the trickery occurs. Knight takes knight, queen takes knight. The queen for white is staring at this. All you need to do is move the bishop, and of course, bishop to b5 is the killer. Bishop to b5 is check. Queen is going to take queen. And you could even insert one other move here. Bishop takes bishop, of course. Make sure it's check, and then queen takes queen. White is just up a queen. Unbelievable. So watch out for that one. Let's just see it again quickly. Knight f3, queen b6, bishop d3, and watch out for that. Here's the real mistake. Queen takes d4, bishop to b5 check. Okay, some real game examples now. And these are some top players you're going to see here. And as we go on, they're going to get a little more challenging and I would say more and more amazing. So this one, pretty big blunder coming here from Yasser Seirawan. Poor Yasser. I think the last video I also made him losing a game. So I'm going to have to put together some wins for Yasser. I love that guy, the kind of previous generation. He's such a connection to the old generation with all the stories. Absolutely love it. Anyway, queen d7, a big mistake. Now, remember today, you need to look through the pieces. Okay, that's kind of an interesting concept that was told to me, but look through the pieces. Pieces can move out of the way quickly in chess. One or two pieces gone in just a flash. So bishop f4. What a move that is, and just floating there in midair. The point is that the queen is under attack. So the bishop here cannot be captured. Now, if queen takes queen, here comes an in-between move. We did a lesson on that just recently, and that discovery attack and an in-between move in the same tactic. Bishop takes queen back, and white is really out of luck here. The two bishops absolutely dominate the board here. A rook versus bishop and two pawns. So really bad. Black is winning. Beautiful tactic there. Let's keep going. Here, Rossolimo. You may have heard that as the name of an opening. Here he is down in material, a minor piece down, but he has two extra pawns for it. So it's a close game. Perhaps the white king offered some counterplay, but then he spots a nice tactic. Notice his opponent is a Dutch GM. Queen takes c2. Stunning move, which essentially, due to the rook staring at this, is going to be, and this being check, of course, is going to be winning more material back. Here, again, two pawns for a piece. Watch what the material is. We'll count when we're done. Bishop takes bishop. White resigns. However, king takes and rook takes. Actually, we're just two pawns up. Essentially, black won a minor piece there. How did that even happen? That was magic. Here we took a minor piece, lost a queen. That's a trade, bishop, bishop. And then we got that queen back. So we took that knight, queen trade, and bishop trade. That knight was extra. Black is just winning, not to mention there's more material hanging here. Completely winning endgame, and white just resigns. Stunning finish. Let's keep moving. Now, it seems that Lasker really loved this one. And I must say, as far as this video goes so far, this is probably my favorite one. An incredible combination here in a simul. And they seem to be the highlight reel of chess, I must say. But queen takes f5. Can you believe this? Can you believe it? You know, if you're the black pieces, your heart just sinks when you see that move. He just probably just closes his eyes and takes. Rook e1, as natural a chess move as there could be, combined with the bishop, rook, and you really must give another minor piece. He plays bishop e7, rook takes, and king opting to walk into the discovery attack. Notice king f8, actually the better move. Rook takes d7. So he was probably being a little greedy here, black, trying to hold on to the material. The excitement of playing the world champion must have been excellent. Bishop takes f5, more material in our pocket. Let's just count up the material. We have 2 bishops and an extra pawn for the queen. We are down 2 bishops and a pawn, 7 versus a queen, 9. But of course, it's all about the king and the threats here. Discovered attacks looming. I want to point out that we have discovery attacks, but a bishop takes f5 is actually the best move here, and just making more and more threats. Knight f6 and rook takes f7. We're hardly down any material. And you might say, Chris, I thought this was about discovery attacks. That's why I clicked on the video, discovery attacks, and there was one, and there didn't even happen. Just wait a second. Rook d7. Look at this magical move. Magical. If you're playing with your grandpa, grandma, they're probably going to try to take your rook. Tell them, excuse me, pinned. You cannot king c8, walking into the discovery attack. A beautiful combination here. Rook takes g7, and this is absolutely deadly here. He plays in the game king d8. Not much to suggest here, but if king b8, this bishop just slides backwards and checkmate after a few moves, after a few pieces thrown in the way, essentially. King d8, bishop takes f6. This hurts. Look at this with the rook here. Almost checkmate. Rook e7. Actually not the best move. Rook takes. Bishop takes, mates one move faster. But he plays this one. Queen a6. What is that? Knight e5. This is about as scary as a chess position could possibly get. Knight f7 is checkmate as well. He plays queen c4, and we don't even need to worry about the queen. Rook f7, that's check with the bishop. Notice you can't go this way, only move. And bishop d7 is checkmate. This knight is doing quite a few jobs, threatening the queen, but we don't care. It's holding all the pieces together. What coordination, and a really nice one by Lasker. Lasker, not done for today, though. My friend Lasker, he plays here with the white pieces. Where's our queen? He just sacrificed it for this move. Rook g1. What's the big deal? Well, any bishop move is checkmate. Bishop moves anywhere here, that's checkmate. After one bishop move, I suppose, blocking. But basically, he sacrifices his queen in order to stop the checkmate, and Lasker doesn't even care. Bishop f6, discovery attack. One of the most powerful tactics we see in chess. Rook g5, f5, discovery attack. Often these come as a surprise. Remember, look through the pieces. Rook g3, rook f4, hunting down this king. And I love the next move. The best chess move. And this game was played in 1908. So I just love seeing that those old guys are finding the top moves, finding the truth. Bishop h4, and a beautiful finish, really giving us our final discovery attack for this one. Bishop f1, and this move is a discovery attack, a double check, and checkmate, all on the same move. Bishop, rook, rook, king even helping. A beautiful team effort by white here, Lasker. And all that time, he didn't even take the queen back. Can you believe? So really a nice one. And yeah, this one had several discovery attacks. So I love here, we had 1. F5, that's 2. And then the final one right there, bishop h4. Rook e3 is really the discovery attack. Last one here, and another world champion at it again. Let's try to look through the pieces. Where is the attack? Well, look at the coordination. I mean, how does Alekhine do this? He has bishop, knight, queen, and the doubled rooks all staring at the same squares. just a perfect team effort. You better be looking for tactics when you have all this. Here, white, by the way, the chess Olympiad, white plays king h1. Alekhine was world champion at the time of this game at the Chess Olympics. And you know, when Alekhine plays rook takes f3, that is a devastating move and just spells disaster. In the game, he resigns. Let's look, though, after queen takes, rook takes f2. The problem for white is that your queen is hanging still, and this bishop, it's checkmate. You can't even move the bishop. We'll still play rook f1 and checkmate. So a real problem. In the meantime, we picked up a pawn and a rook. And if it's any type of saving move, then we're going to pick up the queen again. So black is going to be up a boatload of material after that. And just a shocking finish. Rook takes f3. That's our discovery attack. Notice you cannot take this with the knight. Queen takes queen. If you take with the rook, what happens? Well, of course, Alekhine had looked at that. Queen takes queen. Too scary. Notice if rook takes queen back, the arrow showing rook takes f1. That's checkmate. So another stunning one. Alekhine's games are filled with tactics. Absolutely lovely. And you should definitely study. You'll see tons of these discovery attacks, especially the games in simuls. This is from the Olympiad, certainly not. But many of those simuls, the other player is just way overmatched and allows some onslaught of tactics. So very, very instructional if you're working on your chess to master all of the tactics. Discovery attacks, one of the most powerful in chess. And remember, look through the pieces. See you next time.